In a secluded forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets and the moonlight bathed the ground in silver, lived an owl named Teodoro. He was not an ordinary owl by any means. His feathers shimmered with a mystical glow, and his eyes, deep as the night sky, held centuries of wisdom. For as long as anyone could remember, Teodoro had been a guardian of the forest, offering guidance to creatures in distress and healing to those in need. One autumn night, the forest was unusually quiet. Teodoro perched on his favorite branch, looking out at the canopy. From the darkness emerged a fox named Felicity. Felicity had always been the liveliest creature in the forest, with a laugh that could be heard from miles away and a spirit that was as bright as the morning sun. But tonight, her eyes were dull, and her tail dragged behind her. Teodoro noticed the change immediately. "Felicity, what troubles you?" he asked gently. The fox looked up, her eyes welling with unshed tears. "Teodoro, I feel a sadness I cannot explain. It is as if the weight of the world is on my shoulders, and no matter what I do, I cannot shake it off." Teodoro nodded, understanding her plight. "You are suffering from depression, dear Felicity. It is a heavy burden, but not one that cannot be lifted." With that, Teodoro began to share his wisdom. "The first step to healing is acknowledging your feelings. It's okay to feel sad, to feel overwhelmed. Do not fight it. Instead, accept it as a part of your current journey." Felicity listened intently, her ears twitching with the effort to absorb every word. "Next, you must find your grounding. In this forest, every creature has a place of solace. Seek out the places that bring you peace, where you can reconnect with yourself." Felicity thought of her favorite meadow, where the flowers danced in the breeze and the stream sang a gentle lullaby. And lastly, Teodoro continued, "Never go through this alone. Share your thoughts with those you trust. A burden shared is a burden halved." The fox nodded, her heart feeling lighter with each piece of advice. She thanked Teodoro and made her way to her meadow, feeling a spark of hope for the first time in what felt like an eternity. In the days that followed, Felicity practiced Teodoro's teachings. She accepted her feelings, spent time in her meadow, and spoke openly with her friends about her struggles. Slowly but surely, the heaviness began to lift, replaced by a renewed sense of self and joy. Teodoro, from his perch, watched with a knowing smile. He knew that the journey of healing was long and winding, but he also knew that Felicity had taken her first steps on the path to recovery. And so, the forest whispered tales of Teodoro, the mystical owl who taught the creatures not just to survive, but to thrive. His teachings spread far and wide, offering solace and hope to all who listened, and whenever the moonlight bathed the forest in silver, its creatures looked up, knowing they were never truly alone.